Can you see something?
Just the mountains. Okay, let's get the knife. Today. Okay. Today we're gonna move on to the 400 stone. We're going to be using both Hakuto 400S and Oboro 400 just to compare both and just kind of see how they react on this steel. So when we go on to another knife, I kind of have an idea already of what to do, and it kind of speeds up the process. But basically all we're doing today is removing the scratches from the 200 stone and moving on to 400 and 800 and 1500, but yeah, today it's really just the 400.
Anything wrong?
I thought it had moved a little bit, but it seems to be fine.
But you're sharpening? It moved?
No, from last night. So one thing that we have to kind of take care of first, and I chose to do this on purpose, was I left these grinding spots from the blacksmith along the line of Kurouchi. And I did that because I didn't really want to push the 200 grit too far in here, and because the 400 NSK stone cuts quite fast, it's no problem to remove these, and then I can get a softer line here, and that's kind of what I'm looking for. And I don't have to worry so much about removing the 200 grit scratches from this area just because of the shape. So that's kind of one thing I'll start with first, and then move on through there. Similar to this side, just along here. And then we can soften that area up. Right now I'm just kind of, I guess, feeling out the blade on the stone. And once I get kind of comfortable with this stone and this blade, then I'll just keep on going until it's done. One interesting thing about this blade, and maybe Funaki's knives, the ones that I've sharpened so far, his cladding is really interesting. I don't really know how to explain it. It has these little hardened areas in the soft steel. That's really unique. He's cladding these knives himself, so I'm not sure exactly which soft iron he's using. I'm not sure if it's even that. It could actually be his forging process. But it's really interesting. You can see, I don't know if you can see that here. Probably you can't see from that side. Can you see all the...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really interesting. I'm so curious on what that's going to look like when it's polished.
When can you see clearly this? cladding art.
Well, we're starting to see it now.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean more clearly.
But we will really see it like when we get to the natural stones.
What happened?
Hard raised area? I'm not really sure what it is actually.
Can you see it?
I don't think you can see it, but it's in this area here. I can feel it, but
Coming off?
no, I don't know what it is. Anyways, I have to go back to the 200 for that. See what that is. Okay. So that was a very thick piece of raised, I guess, burnt Urushi. It was really hard. Now it's smooth. Before it was really rough. What's really fascinating about what I'm seeing with this type of Kurouchi, it's very hard and doesn't come off easily even when during sharpening. So that piece there was kind of in the way, so I had to remove it. It's a really rough piece. See what that black Urushi cut little pieces out of this stone from the Kurouchi.
Are you gonna switch to the 400S Octo one?
Yeah, I just want to try it out, see how it does on this steel. And there's these little areas I'm seeing in the soft iron are actually very hard. So there's this strange feeling from hard to soft during sharpening. The Orobuchi is totally fine, but I just want to see how the Octo S 400S does. Now you can really see the little spots, whatever it is. So the Hakuto 400S is a little bit softer stone than the Orobuchi. So what it's doing is it's making the area that's softer a little bit whiter, and these little darker areas are what I'm feeling that it feels harder on the stone. I haven't seen this before in other knives. Not this much anyways. Yeah, so finished 400. I went on to the Gyuto 400S for a bit just to see how it was. I thought it would be a bit better for this cladding because this cladding seems to have a lot of hard spots. But actually, it turns out I went back to the Orobocho. In the end, that's what I kept using the whole time. And it was great. It looks nice. As much as I could, straightened out this line. But yeah, there's not a lot I can do because that's the way the blade is hammered and shaped by the blacksmith, so there's so much you can do. Yeah, I took out the areas here and here, a little bit here. Still, I'm just going to take out. Well, that can be done with the 800, so that's fine. And similar to the other side. Nothing we can do about this because that's the way the blacksmith ground it in the first place. So that's fine, that's natural. And yeah, we cleaned up all this. And of course the whole blade roll area is done. So yeah, it's good. Now we can move on to 400.
800.
Sorry, 800. I said this blade took 5 times longer than it should.
How come?
A lot of movement in the blade is the main problem. But it's pretty common.